Unbelievable. You'll be shocked what Deji is up to now. Deji speaks about our very own brother Peter Obi. He made some statement with regards to why, he may not be supporting Peter Obi. And Nigerians are wondering and asking, okay, what has he done to you? What's your plight with regards to this matter? What exactly has Peter Obi done to you? Many Nigerian youths have found solace in Peter Obi in recent days and times as a result of, the incompetent set of people who have paraded themselves to become Nigerian leaders. In case you are not aware, one person like Atiku has already promised the Fulani community that the Ruga Buhari failed to implement. When he gets there, he's going to implement it. He's going to ensure that Ruga stands and it comes to be. So when you look at it, you can begin to see for yourself that there is really serious call for concern, and we need to be sure who we are bringing on board as our leaders. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Why I stopped supporting Peter Obi, Deji Adeyanju revealed. The social-political activist Deji Adeyanju has revealed the reason he stopped supporting Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. Adeyanju disclosed that he ended his support for him after his 3-hour meeting. The activist alleged that Peter Obi is not a saint, but as corrupt as the others. In a series of tweets on Monday, Adeyanju claimed that Peter Obi told him that he invested billions of Anambra state money into his family business. I don't think that's true. How can somebody tell you that he invested his state money? He can tell you into a business, but not into his family business. Do you understand? Let's continue. Into his family business, and was still trying to justify it. According to him, Peter Obi is, however, the best candidate among those who have declared, especially with his cutting of cost theory, but not a cent. Adeyanju tweeted, "The real reason I stopped supporting Peter Obi was after I met him for a 3-hour meeting at his instance of costs, and he told me he invested billions of Anambra State's funds into his family business. The man was even trying to justify it. So many other things he said. I agree that Peter Obi is the best candidate among those who have declared to become Nigeria's president, especially with his cutting of cost theory. But he is not a saint. He is as corrupt as the others. Investing Anambra money into his family business is the height of corruption and abuse of office power," Deji Adeyanju has said. So, one thing he agrees is that among the people we currently have today, okay, amongst those who are currently on the list, yes, to become Nigeria's president, talking about the likes of Atiku, Tinubu, Kwankwaso, and many others. He said with what he can see from where his standing points now, Peter Obi is the best candidate. However, he said he had a conversation with Peter Obi, okay, and the conversation is that Peter Obi himself used his own mouth to tell him that I invested the state money, okay, I invested the money for the state into my family business. Okay, I invested the money for the state into my family business. I mean, thinking about that logically, does it make sense? The money the people have entrusted to you, but I personally don't think Peter Obi said it into his family. I can agree that he said he invested the money for the state. Okay, he invested the money for the state into business to create, because of course there'll be returns. Okay, of course there will be returns. Okay, so if he had said Peter Obi invested the money for the state, Peter Obi said invested the state money into businesses so that the returns can also be used so that the state can have more money. Because really and sincerely speaking, Nigeria is in a consumption level so that every single thing we have, to a large extent, we are always receiving. There is no giving. And what happens to a dish that is always receiving? After a while, it begins to smell. If you don't give out, there must be an avenue to give and to receive. It's the principle of life. Some people do not agree with that principle. No. In fact, they will even fight me. So we put, what they try to talk. because they don't want to hear it. They've forgotten that something is happening to them. It's not normal. Even as a human being, think about yourself. When you eat, is there no avenue for you to pass it out? When you drink water, is there no avenue for you to pass it out? Whether by sweat or by urine or by one way, is there no avenue? Okay? When you wear clothes, will you wear that same because it's so beautiful? You wear it forever. In case you are not aware, it's only the children of Israel who wore one cloth for 40 years. And nobody has broken that Guinness Book of Record. 40 years in the sense that, when you are a child, when you go to do your maternity shopping, shopping before you have your baby, whatever name is called. When you go to the shop, because your baby you are having is small, you pick clothes tailored to the size of the baby, such that you go there, from the store, from one department to the other, you begin to see size allocation for each department. There are some of the department that will say newborn. That means probably, for instance, the baby is premature, or some people have smaller, newborn than some other people's children are bigger than some others at birth. Then some other family, their size of birth is usually small, but the baby will grow quickly. They all catch up, So, but why some other people, their family just have big children at birth? It's all genetic and all that. The food you eat, the environment, love and care. There's a lot of factors in that, hereditary and all that. So if we are saying that we want change, okay, we need to look at it. We cannot continue with the same recycling of the same people over and over again, and we expect some miracle. It ain't gonna happen, brothers. Not gonna happen. No way. You have to do something about it. So that's how it is in life. There must be an exit point. Okay? Otherwise, like I said, children of Israel were the only ones who wore the clothes, and from that child babyhood, it was growing into 3 to 6, it was going into 6 to 9, it was going into 9 to 12, it was growing with them as they grew up. Only the children of Israel, nobody don't beat that Guinness Book of Record, world record, the same clothes, and their shoes, their sandal was growing on them as they were growing. Only. So, now so it be, now so the thing just be. We need to be careful who we are putting into leadership. We need to be very careful, like seriously careful. If we don't vote in the right people, I don't know what to say. We have the opportunity now to change the course of the narrative. However, I said among the people that are there, Peter Obi is the best, but he himself, with his own discussion with Peter Obi, according to him, he not trust Peter. Guys, what do you think? Okay, everybody will have to make their decision. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.